The Ryan O'Connor Breakfast Show
on Smile 90.4 FM.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the legend that is Kenny G. Mr. Kenny G, welcome to Smile FM. Hello, sir.
Thank you, Phil. It's a pleasure to be here, and super excited that we're going to get back to South Africa after I don't know how long it's been. It's got to be a decade or more.
I did a Google about that, actually, and I believe I saw 1998 was the last time you performed in Cape Town specifically. It's been a while.
I mean, that blows me away. I thought maybe 12 years maximum, but now you're talking about 20, I don't know, 7 years? Oh,
Sure.
my gosh. That's impossible. You know what I'd like, Phil? I'd like to have that same body that I had in 1998. I want that body back.
Kenny, you know, you have not aged a day since 1998. In fact, you've got the best hair in the business. And this is a question that some of my colleagues asked me to ask you before we get into the meat of things. What is your hair care routine? We must know.
It's nothing exciting. I was born with these curls. My grandmother had them. My dad actually went bald early in his life. My mom had really dark black hair, straight hair her whole life. And so I think I got the fact that my hair does not fall out from my mother, and it doesn't gray very much. I got a little tiny bit, but I don't do anything to my hair for coloring or anything. And I got the curls through my dad. So I got lucky. And honestly, there's a million products that you could put in that would be the same thing that I do, just a little, whatever the cream is, so that it's not quite so frizzy. And that's it, nothing to it.
Have you ever been offered an endorsement by a hair care brand before?
I'm telling you, I don't know if they have the brand L'Oreal in South Africa.
They do, yes.
Okay? I have been saying this for 27 years. Somebody call them up and let me be one of their spokespeople. And, because their whole ad is something like, I'm worth it, and I can flip my hair and say I'm worth it. I would do that, but I have not got a call back.
So what is it that makes Kenny G just so cool?
Oh, gosh. That's nice of you to say. I think lately, because I've been around a long time, the young musicians like, for example, The Weeknd or who else did I do? John Baptiste. They're thinking about their songs and they're thinking, hey, let's have a sax solo. I've been around for so long that they just probably think of my name. And then they ask me if I can do something with them. Then I become cool again. So I think the answer is sticking around long enough.
The Weeknd is a collaboration that really comes to mind when I think of you, because there have been a lot of amazing collaborations that you've done, a wide range of artists. I think of the likes of, there's been a lot of jazz legends. Babyface has been another one. Katy Perry. Has there been a collaboration that surprised you, that you never expected somebody to approach you for?
Well, when The Weeknd called, that was a surprise. Actually texted. And then Kanye, when he was doing his album and he asked me to do something with him, that surprised me. I've done some stuff with a couple other people that's coming out. I'm not sure I'm supposed to talk about it, but it's coming out. Let's see, where are we coming? We're coming. It should be out before we get to South Africa, but I'm doing something with this really good singer named Charlie Puth. I don't know if you know Charlie Puth.
Yes, we know Charlie Puth very well.
He again, it's like he thought about me for some reason, and he wrote the song, and he said, "Oh, I wish you could play a sax solo in it." And I said, "Sure," and we just collaborated on that, and it turned out beautiful. So that's going to come out at some point. So those kind of things surprised me when the young people reach out to me out of nowhere. Andre 3000 reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm playing flute now. I'm going to do this show. Can you come on the show with me?" And well, it never happened because the logistics didn't make it. Because I was already playing a gig like in some other part of the world, and I couldn't physically get there. But calls like that, just out of nowhere, they make me feel great, because it just shows for me, because I practice every day, Phil. I still practice every day, 3 hours in the morning, every single day, and I've done it for decades and decades. If you just stay really proficient at your instrument, I think that the career is going to go up and down. 20, 30 years ago, we were playing stadiums. Now we play small theaters. So that's fine. I mean, I'm not complaining. But as long as you keep your chops together, it's all going to work itself out.
Do you play any other instruments, by the way, other than the sax?
Not well enough to play. Like, for example, if I'm writing a song, like my song Songbird,
Yes.
I played all the instruments on that song. Now, the keyboard, we've got this technology, of course, 30 plus years ago, we had the technology where you can play something and it memorizes it. And if you want to change a note, it fixes it. So I played enough of a keyboard part that I could fix it and make it sound like it was a keyboard player. So that's kind of how I play keyboards and other instruments like a drum machine, stuff like that. But believe me, sax is plenty.
In doing my research for this interview, I read a little bit of criticism of people that call themselves jazz purists that criticize smooth jazz. What would you say to people? Does that ever bother you?
It never bothers me, but I understand it. I mean, if you are a fan of traditional jazz and you listen to my music, you're probably not going to like the format. Now, the problem that I have with them, and it's not a problem that I care about at all, but they look at the format and they discard the performance. So I would always say, you may not like the song, but check out the sax playing.
Come to a show. Come to a show.
Come to a show. Yeah, come to a show. Check out the tone. Check out the technique. Check out all the things that I do with the saxophone. And then you can either like it or don't like it. But, it's like anything else. If you've been doing something for 50 years, you're going to be pretty darn good at it. So I would say that you're going to leave our concerts. And I say this for all the guys in my band. You're going to leave our concerts. It absolutely is. Those are some really great musicians up there. Now, you may not love all the songs, but you're going to love the musicianship. So I don't really care about what they say in terms of that, because I would understand if they're into 1950s and 1960s traditional jazz. I'm not playing that. I never wanted to.
Your sax, I assume you've probably played, the same instrument for a long time. Your sax has traveled around the world with you. It's seen your career flourish and grow and help you become a superstar. Weird question. If your sax could actually speak, it already does speak musically, but if it could speak English, what do you think it would say to you?
It would say, "Stop blowing me." No. I mean, you set me up for that one. Come on. I don't know if you can have that on your morning show.
Well, it's you've said it, so we've got it now.
Well, hopefully it will make people smile.
Yes, I see what you did there.
It's almost like it's the other way around. Like for me, when I look at that saxophone, and I think, however that saxophone was made. By the way, I found out when it was born because it was made in Paris. I always knew that, but there's no date on it, and I couldn't find the serial number and the date. So I went to the place that makes the saxophone brand that I play, and I said, "I brought my baby home. Tell me when it was made." And the records don't go back that far. So somebody literally went up to the attic and came down with this big book. It was just like in the movies. They opened it up, blew all the dust off, page, come down, and he sees my serial number.
Wow.
And it was made on March 17th, 1959.
And it's the same one that you play to this day?
Same exact sax. I've had it since I was in high school.
Wow.
So for me, it's like I would say to that saxophone, thank you for letting me be the keeper of you. And I get to play you while I'm alive. And because of you, really, like this sax has got some magic in it. Not that I couldn't play another sax and sound good, but, I don't, what do they say in the States? We say, we don't look a gift horse in the mouth, you know? I'm not looking for another saxophone. I love you. I would say I love you to the saxophone,
Yeah. So is it the same? Because I believe it's with guitars, the older a guitar gets, the more mature the instrument gets, it starts developing its own unique sound. Some might say it sounds better. Would you say that's the same with the sax?
I'm going to say yes. I just think so. I don't know. The metal has probably mellowed or aged or whatever metal
Yeah.
does. I mean, if I see pictures of me with my saxophone in the 90s, that sax is super shiny. And now it's got this muted look to it, which, it looks beautiful,
Yeah.
aged, but it's not the same saxophone. Sometimes I think maybe I should polish it, but then I don't want to mess with it. Just let it be. And yeah, but it totally changes.
You are very popular in Cape Town, not only because you're an amazing musician and an amazing performer, but there's a very specific reason that makes you popular beyond you as a musician and as a performer. And it is the fact that your music is used at weddings and family functions, specifically when people are waiting for the food to arrive. Were you aware of that?
Oh, not when they're walking down the aisle. They're waiting for the food. So one of my songs, what is it? Help with the appetite or something?
It's just got that vibe. It's got that vibe of everyone relax. The food is on the way. Yeah.
I did not know that, Phil. And, it makes me smile. I'm happy. I'm happy to know that.
Wonderful.
I'm very happy to know that. Thank you for telling me that. That's awesome.
Right.
So let me say this. I guess I should know what song it is because at my concerts, I would know that when I play that song, I'm going to have to arrange for everyone to get food delivered to their chairs.
I'm sure you can guess which one it is.
I think I can, yeah.
It's
Maybe
Songbird.
we should save that for last.
Okay. I just have two more questions for you. Firstly, and this isn't a question about music, and I'm sorry, but you're a licensed pilot. Have you ever played your sax whilst flying a plane?
Yes.
You have?
I did it once, yeah, just to do it.
Amazing. Where were you flying?
I mean, I was flying probably over in California somewhere. If there's any pilots listening, we all know what it's like. Once you're up at your altitude and you're flying straight, I mean, you really don't even have to hold on to it's not called a steering wheel. It's called a yoke, but we'll call it a steering wheel for just the layman. So you don't really need the steering wheel, and your feet are on the rudders, so you can kind of control your left and right movement. So, I let go of everything, took the sax out, played it. It was like I wasn't in danger of like falling out of the sky and crashing or anything like that.
So you are here on the 2nd of October. That's one day after you perform in Johannesburg. And then you've got a break one day before you go back up to the Gauteng province and perform in Pretoria. So you've got an extra day in Cape Town. Are you planning on doing any of the fun touristy things while you're here?
I remember the last time we were there, a couple of guys in the band and I looked at the Table Mountain and we looked at it and said, yeah, let's go climb that before breakfast. And from a distance, it doesn't look like it's that high.
It will humble you. It will humble you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we made it up about a fourth, and then said, "Forget this." We walked back down. So I was going to say maybe I'll try that again, but I don't think so.
Stick to the wine. Just go to the wine farms. I don't know if that's your thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Cape Town's beautiful, and I remember really enjoying myself there. So we're excited to have that day off there. And, maybe, who knows, maybe we'll make friends with some people at our show and we'll meet up the next day and have lunch and do some fun things.
Go to a wedding, play Songbird for them.
It could happen. It just takes a little bit of extra and I'm there. All it takes.
All right, Kenny, listen, it has been an absolute honor for me to chat to you today. I just wanted to ask for those of us that, are thinking about doing something in October, tell us, what can we expect at your show?
Thanks. Well, as I said earlier, I was really proud. I am really proud of my musicians. The same guys that were in South Africa then are going to be here, except for my drummer because he passed away.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately. That was almost 20 years ago. So I look at the drummer as the new guy in the band still. He's been in it for 20 years. So we got the same musicians, I'm so proud of them. Everybody plays so well. If you're coming to the concert to hear songs like Songbird and my song Silhouette and my song Forever in Love, we will play those and you'll have your beautiful mellow moments, but the live concert is just not all mellow songs. We've got up-tempo things where the solos are just ridiculously great. You'll forget I'm even in the band at moments when you're watching my guys play their solos. Super exciting. So I'm really proud of our live show because it's most people when they walk away that have never seen us are just blown away because they didn't expect it. They thought it would just be a bunch of mellow love songs, but there's plenty of that too. So if you're coming for that, you're going to get that, but you're also going to get something that's visually exciting, and we hope you will enjoy us showing off how good we are on our instruments since we've been all playing them for 50 years.
Kenny G, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and we will see you on the 2nd of October in Cape Town. Thank you for chatting to us.
You too, Phil. Thank you.